Tipandem TBC man
Police
tikali boyamba
nikuzora ku fest isigrisa linjabe
ayi yini yamene
ndamona kachasa
suyona yini yazona
Ngamanga glycerin basi mna kufaka moto kachasu tungono.
Kaela panika pesa kati mfuno uposha na manja ngaruvyanye.
Banalisa uposha kuibo posha.
Maga wewe waibala kaile.
Kulibe kuposha.
Stiza ibala. But
and then apa mweyendera
waona na mask yange ni
inkala ni decay. Yankala ni kapani traditional decay kapani chani kwenda kusogolo bana watu sazambo posha na manja tubwanje kulibe. Sanka chene hi
one time.
Ni kunodinga che mtu.
Angena bwanje umwe. Tbwoy, good to have you, man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah. You're a very interesting guy. I mean, I've known you for a very, very long time.
It's been long. I knew you the time yaku radio station ija first ija.
Choice FM. The one does it.
Yeah, I knew you could Choice FM, but it was just like this tall guy was you. Zivana maningi na even zikamsa maningi na events and Tony.
Oh yeah,
Tony is the one that even played my music first time. Ali za Tony music yanga nishimchi flash bass zona. Iyo CD nachosa ku ZMBC swanailize. Nachosa ku ZMBC na bwana ipega ku Phoenix bigger wananuza isimve kabwino nyimbo na 10% CD ya manager cause my CD tenzo gula pa Sub-Zero pacho. So CD was very expensive. So I night murula ZMBC naite murula ku
soka wapasi wakanalo kwa 1 week
swanalize nienda pase kwa CD ja nalemba po so zina and then when I retira manje ku choice kuja nakumanya Tony namuza Tony takamsana and then nabwana msila CD nicho kambo che nikwela che mchi flash bass yabo ya lila no lila nyimbo ya atichani nishwande chapanje chamene mu mafona. When I listen to my music, the other time I was listening to my music, the album that I produced, the album that I released in 2006 was Super Shine. Mwenze na B-Flow, Peter Senenzemo, Bob Muri Enzemo, Bob Mabege Enzemo, a few more other people. Yenze ni dancehall maningi. So he didn't really make it. Nezomvela nyimbo zinango zimveka. There's some particular songs that sound sensible that, you know, if I redid them now, they'll still make sense. But Kuzina was very, very childish. Like,
was
this me? But it's been a long time. 2006 and now, how many years are we talking?
I was listening to a song me and my boys did before what Desirego in 2000? Kapat 99 2000. Yeah, enough no lead mdala.
Sivindu.
Ndiye vishani.
Sivindu. Yes, but it's growth. And one thing that I see that is consistent with me is my style and my voice is still the same.
Sina chinjepo.
Style yanga is just been pimped a little bit because there's too much dancehall first. So I kept on changing it, and the first time yenna chinja kuti nkaleche slow che music nkaleche mid tempo and the time yenna cha mwatuziwa. So the thing that I wanted to do kupanga mwatuziwa nizofuna panga nyimbo ya chizungu, but chizungu chechimveka chinyanja. You understand?
Yeah, I know.
Chizungu chechimveka chinyanja, so that like even the way I start here's a sun nezofuna faka tonation ya chinyanja
but we
muchizungu. His mother really tries the best nezoshita that. I was trying to make up a style that will sound easy, like what the Nigerians do now, like the way they sing English but they sing it playful muchitundu chavo, you know. So I was trying to do that on because the first album I realized was too much trying to sing patois, you know, which I'm Zambian, so it wasn't making sense. Nikata twist yesa kweselela patois wantu enezo ziwa Jamaican mezo nisekata wa misa pronunciation. So I said, you know, why not make it Zambian? Yes, I love dancehall and I'm influenced by
Zambian tonation.
So then nifakemo chizungu cha chinyanja. His mother really tries the best to impress him so he could do better. Kumukondoleza swati ankarebwin. You understand? So I put it up like that, and that experiment worked. Elo nalo tajab.
Seriously?
Nalota Chenishi, I was almost giving up. I recorded that song in 2007. I was almost giving up.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
That's just about the time when I was starting the record label as well.
Yeah.
And that was your breakthrough, actually.
Yeah, that was after I almost gave up. I told Jerry Fingers, I'm like, I don't think this music is for me, you know?
So how many years did you do music before
Breaking?
before you broke through?
I recorded my first song in 2003. Yeah.
2003. That's the time when I was trying to get on radio.
Yeah, that's the time I recorded my first song. And 2004, that's the time that I took it to radio. Radio? Was Choice FM in 2004,
Yeah,
2005?
actually Choice FM opened in 2001, 2002.
Yes, 2004, that's when I took it to radio.
2004 is when I started working at Choice FM.
Yes, same time.
Yeah.
I used to see you there. And I remember meeting C.E.O, was the first person that I met Mama Stairs at Bwanji. That's the first question he asked me.
That's C.E.O.
I was dressed smartly. I remember what he was wearing. Cargo pants.
Oh, he was wearing cargo pants.
Yeah, I remember perfectly well. In his shades, you know.
He's always been a shade guy.
Yeah. So he was telling me, oh, ni manyimbo ya Chameleon, Bwanji. You know, we're chatting nishitikwera pa stairs kuja chikwepe china chako. So kwenzi mkukwera chabu kwenda pa Choice FM.
Yeah, pesa patari 22 mdara.
Yeah, but today in our group, I remember my group in our musician.
You're never short of drama.
No, I'm not a drama guy. I'm not a drama guy. You know, there's one thing that about me is I speak my mind.
Yeah.
And a person after you know, you and I think are the same. We've had disagreements here and there, but
it's never lasted. It's one of those where you call me,
yeah,
or I call you,
yeah.
Then we talk about it.
It's not like it's a disagreement where tambo shoutana. No. It's always a mature way. That's the way I am. So I acknowledge that, okay, sometimes I might step on somebody's toes, but you know, I apologize and say, you know, I think I'm sorry that I didn't go the right way.
Yeah.
And that's my strength, I think.
Yeah.
And my strength is I don't have hate for people. I have love for people.
But
I
you're
help
very
whenever.
vocal.
Yeah. Well, I'm vocal. Yeah. I used to fight back in the days, and defensive. I was never an attack person. And even I would never start up a fight in my entire life. Never ever started up a fight.
So it was always defense.
It's always defense. If I beat up a person, it was out of defense. And where I think I've forgotten my martial arts by now because I haven't been practicing in a very long time. So where I actually stand up and say I'm gonna hit somebody, nishi aponya na bloka na chokamo. Aponya futi and then mtima was snapping. I like that. Not where, you know, I'm gonna show you and stuff. No, it's never been
I've
like
actually
that.
never fought in my life.
That's nice, man. I have scars. This eye had a plaster when I was in high school. Choka apa, ask B1. Choka apa up to. We're at the same school, yeah.
With B1?
Yeah, he was my senior.
Oh, you were cool with B1, eh?
Yeah, he was my senior. So he's a very calm
He's
cool
always
guy.
there. Yeah.
Very calm. One of the people that you can talk to nicely. If it's advice, he'll give you advice. And yeah, very calm guy.
He is. I totally agree. Okay, Tbwoy, I'm wondering where should we start from?
Anyway, man.
There's so many places to start from, man. I don't even know where to start from, really.
Talk to me. Talk to me.
Okay, so let's start.
I came to your studio.
Yeah.
First time, you invited me over to your studio.
Yeah.
After the Matuziwa song and
Yeah,
stuff.
I remember.
After I had that song, remember, I was the biggest thing in the country then, you know, playing everywhere.
No, Matuziwa
Yeah.
was a huge song.
It was a huge song, playing everywhere, getting deals here and
You used to come with B-Flow.
Yeah. I used to come with B-Flow, but B-Flow started coming with PJ.
Yeah.
How many musical friends do I have in the music business? People that are really, really close. B-Flow is one of them. OC is one of them too.
Yeah, OC.
Yeah, he's my very, very, very good
OC is
friend.
good.
Like this.
OC is my good. OC is good friends with so many people.
Yeah.
If you don't get along with OC, then
there must be
I
a
think it's
problem
you that
with
has
you.
got a problem.
Yeah.
I think I don't know, but I think I can say the same about myself. I can't think of so many people that I really don't get along with in this business. I think
Me
I
too.
pretty much get along with everybody. If somebody doesn't get along with me, I think they have the problem, and it might necessarily not be. I might be wrong though.
At my workplace, everybody will tell you they've never seen me getting mad. I don't think you've seen me getting mad before.
Well, I've seen you lose it, and
Yeah, I'll
just
lose
like
it
for a few seconds.
Yeah, I'd lose it, but not really showing my emotions, like, where I say this and that. No, I don't get mad that way. In a year, I don't get mad more than 5 times. In some years, ima pita maybe nakali papo chekamosi. That's my strength.
But like where I want us to start is there was a time me and you had like a difference where we didn't agree. Well, I don't think we didn't speak for a very long time, but we didn't agree. I don't like to come back because it might make me sound like I'm too repetitive. But just to hear it from your point of view, there was a time, I think it was around 2010, 2011.
No, I think 2011.
Yeah, we sort of had like a little.
There was a point I used to come to your studio almost every time.
Yeah.
After you called me, invited me over to the studio. Do you remember a song that you produced for me first time?
Is it the one with Tishon?
No.
Which one was it?
We're going international, you better know that.
Yeah, I remember.
I came to your
with
studio.
Kamsta, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You invited me over. I came to the studio. And when I came to your studio, I saw, first of all, let me tell you the whole truth. I knew you as a radio DJ. I didn't know you as a producer. So when you called me, I was thinking to myself, like, what is he going to produce for me, this guy? So I came in with so many doubts. Like, okay, me, I like people that play keys, whatsoever. Does he even play keys? Because me, my music is all about melody. So I didn't want to, just lay back. I said, okay, let me go. An invitation will turn out into something. Moreover, he's a big DJ in Zambia, so let me go there. Maybe if we make that relationship like that, then obviously I'm going to get favor. He's going to be playing my music every time on radio. So I came. And the first beat that you made me listen to was International. So I'm like, let me see, let me try and, sing on this beat. And since I'm a dancehall artist, I'm going to try and bring in the dancehall fusion here. So from then we became very good friends, and I remember giving you a sound card.
I never used it actually.
An M audio sound card that I don't know if you used it or you gave it someone.
It was not an M audio. It was I've forgotten. I can't remember.
It looked like an M audio.
Yeah, but it was not an M audio. I never really used it because it was not compatible with what I was using.
Yeah, so then we became really, really close. I'll be at your studio most of the times. Sometimes if I'm hungry, you buy food, and you used to eat a lot. Yeah. So you buy a lot of food. Hey, Tbwoy, I remember you leaving me keys for K-Army.
I did?
Yes, you left me the keys for the studio, and I was there the whole night. I don't know what song I was making. Following morning, you came through. I handed over the keys, and then Daxon and I had just been meeting, so then we became very good friends too. There I met Judy also, making music. I even wrote 1 or 2 songs for Judy, I remember.
Is it? Which song did you write for Judy?
Let me remember. Jonathan Ngoma. And there's a point where she says, Mati umaziva.
Yeah. I think I remember. Is it Hit Song?
Yeah, I think so. Hit Song. Then Chimpanzee also came in and threw in some.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the song.
Yes.
I remember that song.
I did a couple of collaborations at KM. And at the point, I was trying to actually my 3rd album, I got a few songs that you had produced, and the songs that Tishon also came in. Then Tishon came in, the songs that he produced for me, plus the songs that you had produced for me, plus the songs that I gotten, that Jerry Fingers had produced for me. Those are the ones that I I put out on the Other Side album, my third album.
Interesting. But you avoided the part where me and you kind of...
It was, I think, it wasn't really like we didn't even have an argument. The issue was you came up to me, told me you didn't want certain people in your studio, and I went off with certain people in my studio. I don't want to mention names.
I don't remember that part.
You, not me. It wasn't about me. You were telling me, T, I don't think I like your young man here and stuff like that because of reasons, this and that. So
I remember that.
Yeah, so I went off with them and I started making up some things with them.
Okay, to be honest, now that you're here, you know, it's therapeutic that we talk about this. You know, I feel like getting everything off the chest. What I felt at the time was, I felt when I was not around, there were so many things that were happening behind my back that when I kind of found out, and I was like, you know what, this was, instead of taking me 10 steps forward, it was taking me 20 steps behind, and it really upset me. You know, let me just finish. For me, loyalty was everything. I mean, if I didn't trust somebody, like if I leave my stuff here, say, listen, I leave the studio in your hands, you know, do what you have to do. And this is the first time I'm going to talk about this. I leave the studio in your hands and say, listen, guys, do what you have to do. I've got other things that I'm attending to. Then I come back, then I feel like things were not happening the way they're supposed to, and I'm supposed to pay rent for the studio, and I can't because I was not there. The people that I feel like I've left there have not done what they're supposed to have done. And for me, that's the reason why I went into overdrive and I just lost it, you know, because I feel like if there's supposed to be loyalty and that loyalty is not there, I just feel like, you know, if you can do this to me now, you know, what would happen if we had maybe progressed so much, you know? So for me, that really pissed me off, and you know, and that's why I say, you know what, I don't want to do anything with you guys, and you know, let's just go separate ways. And I know I might have overreacted, but that's how I felt at the time.
I understand.
But of course, after some time, I mean, I'm not one to hold anything inside. You know, it's not like I held it forever. You know, after some time, it's like, you know, whatever happened, and you know, and I think we briefly talked about it, and you and I, we still continue to kind of talk, and you know, you still, until now, you're one of the people that still, you check up on me, like, if we haven't spoken for like 3 months, you say, you know what I'm saying, and you know, and that's how it's, but for me, just you knowing, that's what was happening with me, and that's what really pissed me off at the time.
Well, I understand, we all get pissed. When I came to your studio, I remember the youngsters that you had no names mentioned.
Yeah.
Do you remember me taking them for every show that I would have? I would have a show and I would get all of them. Yeah. And surprisingly, they would go out now. We spoke about it briefly where I said, you know, I think I'm kind of like getting tired because no matter what good things that you do
for people,
certain people will still come back. You know, I have a video. I didn't share it on Facebook or Instagram or wherever, just out of respect. And
wait, you still have the video?
The video that we went to Chris Moore. I carried your youngsters that came to the studio.
Which year was that?
2010. I got them on my show, and I was performing and introducing them one by one. And the way they looked, and the way they look now when they're dissing me and everything, it feels sad. Like I wanna take it out, but
what do you want to mention him? Who you referring to? I know it's at the time when I had the alphas, and you know, so Alpha and his team. So I'm pretty sure you're referring to people like Jovic and.
It's the entire team that side. That
okay, the young energy.
Yeah. So I diverted. Yeah. I diverted. So where were we?
You were introducing them one by one.
I still have that video.
I want to see the video.
I don't have it on me. I have it on my computer. At one time, I was tempted to just throw it out there. And then
I want to see that. I'll talk to my producer. I think we can get it to the producer. Let's see.
No.
If there's no copyright thing.
No. It's something that
But I want to say,
aside from music, there's organizations that I represent.
That is content, Tbwoy.
No.
That is content.
It's content, but it's going to make Tamika hungry.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna be chased there. I don't survive from music, so.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's such a good thing that even after sometimes you'd hear hearsays about me.
Yeah.
And for me, I don't know if I would hear stuff from you. Because,
but you call me.
Yeah.
The difference between, the thing that we have in common is when I hear like when you say something or when I hear something about you, the first thing I do is I get the call and I call you. And I calmly call you, Tbwoy, I've heard so, and you explain yourself. And that's the same thing with you. Like when you hear anything, you call me directly and you ask me. And for me, I think that's the best way of doing things because you have to hear it from the horse's mouth than hearing from people.
Ngati pali vantu paziko sivashota kuyambana. Even in families. In families, there's always disagreements.
Yeah.
People argue, even husband and wife, they always argue. But there should be one common way of saying, okay, let's fix this. How can we fix this? I'm not the type of person that will rush and spread out everywhere. I've injured people, and people have injured me.
We've injured each other so
but
many
I
times.
haven't gone out there to the public to go and post people and say so many rubbish stuff.
Yeah.
Even when I'm saying it, if it's on social media, even when I'm saying it, I don't go about talking about the other stuff because we know so much about each other. We know so many things about each other. Must we start bringing out different things and to embarrass who? Because this is our own life that we have. If I am your brother, I must protect you in all ways. If you are my brother, you must protect me in every way. That's why I called you the last time and I said, you are my friend. So when these things are happening, you need to say, no, I'm not comfortable. Kebi, if somebody is talking about you and I'm there, I won't let them talk about you.
Well,
if I'm there, I will protect you by all means. And that's what I do to each and every person.
Okay.
That's why even in that group, when you say I'm too dramatic, like last time, somebody was talking about a person that I know. And I'm like, no, you don't have to talk like this about this person because I know them. So if I'm there, I'll protect you. It doesn't matter whether we wrote together every time. It doesn't matter if you are a different type of musician. If I'm there and they're just commoners talking about you, I'll defend you because there's something that I believe in you. Unless if I'm not there. So that's why last time I picked up the call and said, Ija Stylo, I think he's in Icon.
In regards to that, the same guy we're talking about, I think 2-3 years ago, from your studio, from Busy International, he said something about me that was recorded from your studio, and for me,
and I wasn't there.
Okay, but my point is, the industry that we're in, what we sign up for is we sign up to be targets. Tbwoy, whether you like it or not, if you are there. I know, man. Whether you like it or not, people are going to talk about you. And if nobody's talking about you, my brother, you're not doing something right.
Well, I know.
It's inevitable, and especially if a lot of people talk about you so much, then you're attracting so much attention. Because people want to talk about people that they feel are making sense. And
don't make sense. Nobody's
going to talk about you. You know what I'm saying? So people are always going to talk about you. I mean, I've been talked about for like 15, 17 years. I mean, I've gotten to a point where my tolerance levels are just, you know what I'm saying? Like for me, sometimes I see certain comments and I laugh, Like even when I show you my DM or my messages in Facebook, some youngsters, when they start making threats, and sometimes I even laugh, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and it's very common, especially from the young generation of musicians. They think somebody owes them something, favors.
That's what I said in the
Nobody, you see, when I started my music, I always tell people this. When I started my music, I remember calling my sister, and I always talk about this. I remember calling my sister in Chivombo. She was in Chivombo. We are farmers there, so I called her. I'm like, Chivombo. Yeah, I'm like, okay, ni funa kurekoda nyimbo. And then she says, oh, there's no problem. If you want to record a song, I'm not a person that likes going and just getting favors from people. I knew Ringman was my relative a long time. I didn't go to Ringman to go and say, Ringman, nipempa kondando blue wang and record. Ringman never knew I was his relative for a long time. Until my uncle showed up at Ringman's studio, and then Ringman saw my uncle, And the mother to Ringman saw my uncle and they started chatting. Then my uncle says, "Oh, I've come for your brother. He's here. He was recording a song." That's how come Ringman was very shocked. Like, you come here and you're my cousin and I charge you. You don't even, tell me that I'm a relative, because I'd hate favors. Right now, as we speak, one of the biggest video producers in the world is my cousin. I don't go to him and say,
"Who's that?"
Antoinette. He's the owner of East London studio. I don't go to him to say, "No, I'm coming to London." If I wanted, I would have said, "No, I'm coming to London on my way as I go to the US. Let me pass through there a few days so that you can produce a video for me." Never. I've never said that. If he feels like he wanna do something for me, let him do that. But how did I start my music? Despite knowing I had people that were in big positions, even in government, I had people who were in big positions. Up to date, I have people. I won't mention names. Yeah. They're big guys. We know friends, but we are not people that use people because we know them. So youngsters that are coming up will feel like we owe them a favor. No, you need to work and show yourself to people. Then people will appreciate you. I sold 2 bags of maize to go and record at the studio.
2 bags of maize?
Yes, 90 kgs. I went, namugulisa sister wanga mamidisi, after kumugulisira. I came back here. I was charged 150,000 kwacha in 2003 to record my first song.
That was so cheap. As we paid 250.
Yeah, it was 150,000 in 2003.
Yeah.
There's a studio kinangwa at Old Marsh. Then from there, I went to Soundwave. I was charged 250,000 kwacha, which I paid cash.
Who was the producer Soundwave then?
Jerry Fingers.
Oh yeah, Jerry Fingers. Mm-hmm. Jerry Fingers was at Cypher, then he went to Soundwave. Mm-hmm. Soundwave is here Ringman, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, sini type ya muntu enmainda kuli muntu just because I know you are related to me. My own young brother is a very good rapper, in case you didn't know. My own young brother, after in a 14 years difference.
What's his name?
He's not known out there. He's tall like you. I tell him every time, "You're my young brother, but I won't let you. If I'm paying for your school fees, I won't pay for your studio time, man. You gotta wake up. I have these machines here, embroidery machines and printing machines. Get yourself to use. If you want, make the money from there. Just tell me, no, I want this. You have the material. Make that. Go to the studio. You want me to push you? I'll push you that way. But I won't take you to the studio and then pay for your school fees by Unilas. Why? No. Sangapo chimozi. And then in the Sangapo in school number 1. Just in case music fails, you'll be able to live on your education. And I for one feels like education and whatsoever talent that you have, they always move hand in hand. A little education, and it's not really getting the degrees, it's just about the know-how. Whatsoever that you get, a certificate or whatsoever, in anything that will put you to understand a little things on how certain things are done, it works very, very well.
That's very, very interesting.
So for me, it's people that will insult, people that are bitter, people that will try and make a name off me. I look at them and smile. I'm like,
Aren't you one of the people that has had misunderstanding with almost everybody?
No, man. Misunderstanding with who? No, man.
I kind of Tbwoy.
No, man.
Nima ona chema group. Some exit, Shani. You even exit a lot of groups.
Yeah, I exit a lot of groups because I don't like to be in so many groups, because in groups people say so many things and tomorrow people will coach you. So like in that group, there was a youngster that came through. I was talking about the growth of music and the association, what we need to do, insurance and stuff like that. Then the young boy started insulting me.
Which young boy is that?
In the group, the last group I exited from.
We're in so many groups together.
Power.
Yeah. I used to exit from that group.
No.
You are back.
They brought me back after a year. So
after a year?
Yeah, man. I'd refused. I didn't want to be part of any group. So that boy started insulting me, saying a whole lot of rubbish in the group.
I don't remember. Which boy is that?
I don't even know the name of the boy. He's an upcomer. He was trying to do music. So I brought up the issue of music development, how we can have insurance just in case wafa, in case Wadwala and stuff like that. I was just talking about how we can get organized apart from just being members of ZAM. I spoke about
always getting handouts when
always getting handouts when somebody dies. I was talking about us getting organized. So, like this time, if somebody had pressure, there's very few people who have money. So it will be very difficult for people to contribute. But if we belong to an insurance company and we have some sort of insurance policy, it will help us. So the boy started insulting and saying, "Oh, you musicians, nothing whatsoever." He said a whole lot of nonsense. Then I told him I was going to beat him up. And the level where I'd reached, if I saw him or met him, I was going to beat him up for you.
But obviously, that's not the way to go.
I have a lot of tolerance. Yes. Except he insulted a lot, and insults don't get to me. But he said so many useless stuff. And it happens that the father to the boss is my junior at my workplace.
Seriously?
Yeah. You see how life is? Life, you are insulting somebody not knowing that person is your father's boss. You get the sense. And what if I told the dad to say, your child is very disrespectful, look at what we are musicians, yes, but we are parents also. So just because people who call us names couldn't do a Tbwoy doesn't mean that any person can insult me at any point. And that's the problem that youngsters make when they get into groups. You say something, an idea, then they'll be shooting you down. So that's why most of us don't belong to so many groups.
Why do you think, in my opinion, because I've noticed this has become a trend, like especially in groups, there's always a friction between upcoming artists and established artists. Upcoming artists kind of feel like, we're not really helping them, or I don't know what their beef is, and but I just know that there's serious friction between upcoming artists.
What is it that they want to be helped with, first of all?
You tell me. I don't know. That's why we're having this conversation. Like,
what is it that they want to be helped? Do people want me to pick up my phone and call somebody and say, back in the days we used to make money through Supershine.
Yeah.
I was one of the first people. My first album, when it came out in 2006,
what was
I
it?
got 500,000 kwacha for selling 4,000 tapes. That was the way a person would say, no, get me a connection to Supershine so that they could sign you as a publishing company. We don't have any publishing companies, and publishing companies that are there now, it's just these Spotify whatsoever, So do you need connection to put your music on Spotify?
Well, maybe they need connection to put them out there so the music can play on radio. Well, I don't know, but there's just a huge friction.
Music social media.
But the argument is that, like every time we talk about our stories, like what we went through, we never really looked up to anybody to say, "Oh, Danny, can you help us with this?" We came in with our own ideas and we made it. So they feel like, why should you punish us then when you can help us? So I'm thinking, how are you gonna help somebody? Of course, I'm gonna bring on somebody that I think is talented, obviously. If I feel like you've got talent, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'll post your stuff, or I'll connect you to the right people, or I'll just sign you myself and, do what we have to do. But in my opinion, why do you think this has become a major problem? Because even today, today was a different type of story in the group, but this has been ongoing. Like, it's still ongoing until now. There's always that misunderstanding between the upcoming artists. No, actually, was it last week or the other week? There's an artist, I don't want to mention the name.
Yeah, there's an overzealous artist that thinks he's very talented, and all of us shared his music. I just saw his music on social media and I liked the style, so I shared it because I liked the music.
He said a lot of things in a group.
He went on insulting all of us for no reason. Insulted a musician that is very, very calm and was on.
Which musician was that?
Bobby.
Oh,
he said a whole lot of stupid stuff about
I
Bobby.
Think I saw
and Bobby was very calm, and he was relaxed. And Bobby is one of the, I think for me, man, he's one of the most calm people that you can ever deal with. So all of us were just looking. And it's always like that. It's not a battlefield. Look, it's all about strategy. My first album failed. I didn't blame anybody. People need to own up. When my first album was a flop, I didn't go out there and said, no, MC Albino didn't help me, no, this person didn't help me, no, Danny didn't help me. No, What did I do? I changed strategy. I changed from singing patois, which I knew that Zambians don't understand that type of language. Let me sing to them, and that's why I said I changed my tonation to the Nyanja Lies tonation so that people could understand, and it worked. And then what did I do? I worked on my appearance. You know, I used to borrow clothes from my cousin. Yes, the first time though, when we had the Super Shine show in 2006.
Yeah. Was it 6 or 7?
I think 2006.
Uh-huh.
I was one of the performers there. I remember Dandy on trying to get on the stage, and they were stood. But life is very funny, man. There was a lot of musicians that were not given chance to perform, and I was one of the few musicians that, you know. But the way I was looking, I was dressed in a suit, and it was very rare to see a musician dressed in a suit with kasotekanga. So, and that image worked out by the way that the entire crowd went wild. You know, it's like they were so surprised, like, okay, guy have a suit as I'm Bafchan. It was just dance. So and people were shocked. I was busy jumping on the stage, and suit. I was, you know, recognized like that. The guy in a suit with a hat, and I said, okay, this would actually work. So if something doesn't work, find another way of making it work. Work on yourself. Don't go out there blaming other people for your failures. No, it's never like that. A man should own up. A man should say, okay, I failed this way, but what can I do to make sure I improve myself, I improve with my life? That's it. You know,
I think I want to bring some of those upcoming artists also on this platform so they can speak from their point of view. Mm-hmm. You know, my advice has always been, listen, if you're gonna make it, and I always say there's no shortcut to this industry. You know, you have to do everything the right way. You have to, the usual. I mean, it might sound cliche, but it's the usual hard work. And you know, we've all gone through that type of situation. I don't know how many times I have to emphasize.
How
that.
do you know a person is serious if they just come to you? Every person that comes to you, you give them a chance.
It's not possible.
It's not possible. You need to see a person. There's a young boy close by my house. He's given me a song for me to feature, but I'm extremely busy. I can't even manage. So I put it in my house. I have a mini studio, you know. So I already queued it in Cubase. I'm just waiting for a chance that I'll record. Not because I'm late. And I asked him one time, the same day he gave me, following day he was asking me, Mafaka vase. I'm like, do I look like I live on kufaki atabe vesi yako? Because I'm busy all the time. You don't see me. I come back home usiku nalema, and that's why I asked you to give me the song so that I can record it at my own time. You know. So if you're in a hurry, I'm sorry, I won't record. But if you are relaxed, the day that I'm going to be free, I'm going to record. Because siving apange sense kebi nafika kunyumba na lema na uzo wa mlamu wako swaliko. Ningambe kuambo pika nikasizo pika niambe before ngaibono pika niambo recordira muntu nishinganza bwanje na nyimbo zanga nemwino wake karibu record. Yeah, so it's like that. If a person wants favors from me, they have to show it that they really deserve it and they want it now. Back then I'll just give anyone, hey, come record, let's record. Back then when I started the studio, all I wanted was to have give people a platform where they record music. Bakasha record vantu ya kula zeneze yanganira mweze shia liwe so ndiye enzi site yanga nifana record bafana bambita panga na auditions na bafana bambiri babwele so ati kankana abantu bambiri nice maybe zambo dira hapo pamemba but kulibe way yo dira amo these days. How do you benefit from musicians?
So are you also agreeing that I think I talked about this on my previous diary conversation where the reason why I think I spoke about with Tiki, the reason why we don't sign artists anymore is because it doesn't really work. I mean, I saw this from Charlie Mulalami. I mean, Charlie Mulalami was starting to get really stressed, you know, where, for example, Tankare when I in Tbwoy, right? We said, okay, you know what, Tbwoy, I'm going to sign to the record label. So I put the contract in front of you, say, okay, you know what, I'm going to do everything. I'm going to sponsor your videos. The studio time, I'm gonna, you know, it's all on me. You don't have to pay for studio time.
I even write the songs.
Yeah, maybe I'll get somebody. Yeah, I call somebody to come and write your songs. Then when the material is done, we push it. It's done very well. When it's ready to sell and you're ready to start performing, we agree my percentages. This is going to be my percentage. You know, first of all, the biggest problem is that producer from India, I think I'm Mozambique.
No, everything works. Everything works very well until they make a big name.
Yeah.
Once they make a big name, then people start telling them to say, no, Akudira and Drama, you can switch. And then the contract doesn't work like that. A lot of people, even now, Mace was complaining and saying, Didi is a bad-hearted person. But Didi got Mace when Mace was nothing. And made him, and he's a businessman. And he stays by the book. That's how
it is. Yeah.
So you want to buy rights? I won't give you the rights. You buy them at a very expensive, price.
Yeah.
But there's no ways of making money right now. That's why so many of us are doing different other things. If I was living on music, I was telling Makitu on our
today.
On the group. I said, most of the times that I get to do things, it's just because of a love. If I was living through music money, I would have been in the village. When was the last time that you heard I had a show?
Okay, so that's the reason why Tbwoy is not that active, because Tbwoy is busy with his work.
Yeah, man. I keep
so you're not pressured.
Songs. I keep releasing songs whenever I want, and they are nice and expensive videos. You agree that?
Yeah.
See Mankalama video after Nunugamunganivutika. If I need to fly out of the country today, I'll fly out of the country nicely.
Tbwoy.
Yeah. No, sinchitika. Niku pushinga.
You can even fly out of the country.
We are.
What kind of chat?
So sembe si corona, sembe in a few weeks, sembe nili Miami nilikuti.
I want to reverse it before I forget. My thought. I done that at kbkillabeats. But my thought before my thought is lost. There's okama pali. How this whole thing, like you're talking about P Diddy or whatever. I feel like that has not been mastered a lot in this country.
No.
So I learned about this from people like TK, Charlie, and Blazer. So you see people like Blazer kind of just took like a chill back and thinking, Blazer sapang music and whatever. It's because you get to a point where you start to understand that what, the business works differently. You start to realize that you spend, music is a long-term investment. You invest in music today. This is what 2020. With the first time you have like a big record, maybe it's 2 years from now.
And you look at spending, you don't just, most of the musicians when they're starting, they're really, really broke.
Yeah.
So you're not looking at just recording them. You're looking at buying them food.
Yes.
You're looking at giving them transport money.
Yeah.
So
sometimes
it's a lot of work.
Keeping them at home.
Yeah. It's a lot of work.
So in this regard, what I'm trying to say is that and I advise young upcoming artists, it's very difficult. I'd rather you hustle, be an independent artist. Nowadays it's so much easier to be an independent artist because then you have got control of everything. Ndiye pesa karamaja artist ambo danda walata wakebini wafeki nyimbo ndine naimba but pesa kati eve maraiti aina maraiti ambili kuchira eve. Don't forget that I brought you when you were nothing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, without my vision, there was no you.
Yeah.
I took you, I brought you in the studio with my own vision. I used my studio time to record you, do whatever. Nindrama.
Yeah.
Now kupushinga, introduce you to the DJs are just the right people, and you become that brand today. And tomorrow you're gonna say, in the music in Yanga, so bunch because they don't really follow what is stipulated in the contract, and that's the reason why people like me, that's the reason why people like me now, I'm not really interested to sign people like that. I mean, if I do, then then it's a good business deal for me, you understand? So it's not like I'm just gonna go around and just say I'm gonna sign Tbwoy, I'll sign this. It doesn't work like that anymore.
It doesn't work. We had record labels and distribution companies then, especially distribution companies. So if you sign somebody, you know that you're gonna make the money through,
of course, sales,
maybe CD sales, but people no longer buy CDs, so
now you can't.
It's tricky,
Shows, for example, if I say, okay, what Tbwoy hapa zapanga ma shows yakambobwera zambo chitaso. I mean, when the time come, artist azamo nikavane na KB drama ya uza manager alo. Don't tell KB at Tina show up.
But no forgetting that with social media as a posting.
Exactly.
As a tabwanje, and then at the end of the day you start being a loggerheads.
And that's where the problem comes in. So pesa manja my problems I have manja iwe unaenda cha show without my consent. Kaire ni nyimbo ndine naimba.
Nyimbo ni yanga, nyimbo si yanga.
My halali za ndani. Who promoted the music? You're forgetting that it was a collective effort. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
True.
It's always a collective effort that you're bringing in. So don't always think that because at Vachitika Manje you own every right to whatever that you're doing. So that, for me, I feel that's always been it, and that's the reason why people like me are not really interested in signing. So when I do sign, for me, it's like I said, you know, it has to be the right business move. Like, you know, like I know even if I don't make money through shows, I know I can make money through other avenues. Why agree,
Definitely.
Okay, so moving away from that, you know,
what do you think though would be done to our music to make it better?
We need to have workshop, educate people, you know, and you know we need to have a standard that our friends have. So you as an artist, you can either choose to say, you know what, you know, we need to have lawyers that can sit us down, you know, look at contracts and say, you know what, does this contract help me, or does this contract, you know, put me at a huge disadvantage moving forward? If you feel like the contract puts you at a disadvantage, look for money and pay. You know, what producers outside are doing, I'm not going to say what I do. I have a strategy that I've employed now that I think is working for me. Okay, I'll say it. You know, the strategy that is working for me is, for example, I said, Tbwoy, I'm working on my new album, right? I'm working on my new album. I want you on a song, or it might just not be alone, but maybe with other artists. So you, Tbwoy, you come, we record the song. Maybe I put another song, I make it. That's my song. Okay, I own 100% right to the music.
Even after you are long gone, your children are going to own.
In return, you, Tbwoy, are going to say, KB, since I've provided a song for you, you owe me a song. So we have squared ourselves out. So you've provided a song for me. I've made a song for you. I don't owe you. I'm not gonna come and say Tbwoy kaije nyimbo ya adira maningi. So ufunika undi samu. No. The agreement was that nakuchaira nyimbo ine. Na nakuchaira nyimbo emozi.
Vashta cancel.
You're not vashta cancel. That way, I know that, you know what, you still have an advantage because ngati yapita nyimbo you're gonna perform the song and you make money out of it.
Do you think, I'm asking you a question now, do you think Zambian people have changed the mentality to look at music like it's an employment?
Yeah. It is a lot of. I know a lot of people that have me personally. I take my music seriously.
Yeah,
I take my music seriously.
Why I say this is because I think just us musicians saying we're gonna change this, it will be very difficult. But if we had people in power that had the heart to drive in the right policy into the music business, then Zambia its economy will grow because of music.
Yeah.
I still feel the politicians out there don't think we are serious people.
Yeah.
The politicians out there think we are jokers and they want to use us in any other way. Yeah. So what is lacking here is musicians knowing their worth. Because if musicians know their worth, they'll push the policy. Remember when I won the award in 2018? I told the minister this. When everybody else was saying, no, we want you to build us an entertainment, we want you to give us money so we can do this. Me, I said, the only thing that we're asking from you, sir, is better policy for us to realize our worth and our dreams. That's it.
Okay.
Because without the policy, KB, we'll just be going round and round, round and round.
True. Okay, I want us to conclude. I want to talk about two things real quick before we wrap it up. We want to make it quick because time is running out. Number one, you know, my thought, I didn't want to disturb you. When you talked about we lack investment into our music, like people not really injecting a lot of money. I'm happy to say that I've seen a bit of some changes. I personally, I don't know who Kalandanya Music is, but I've heard his name pop up so many times. I've heard his name too. Big up to him. He's doing a lot of good work. You know, I highly recommend him, and I know he's responsible for quite a number of artists. I know Makitu is like the front liner. A lot of people have benefited off that, which for me personally, that's the best move. I mean, if you can have like 10
people, yeah,
you know,
man, not industry. Even Nigeria will be bigger than us.
Of course, I mean,
that's
how the industry grows. I mean, the industry needs injection. The industry needs money. Industry needs, you know, somebody to come and say, listen, KB, I think you got the talent. You know, with what you're doing, like even the diary conversation that you're doing, imagine if we give you this amount of money so you can, you know, upgrade your equipment and, you know what I'm saying, and, you know, take it to greater heights. And I feel like that's what we are lacking. So if that injection can come into the music industry, I think.
And it's not like people don't have money.
People have money, but I think they don't realize the potential that music has, you know. The potential that music has. People say
no, it's because of the numbers. No, it's not because of the numbers.
The numbers are good.
Namibia,
It's
Namibia
a smaller
is a
population.
Smaller population. How is it that the musicians are able to live nicely?
Yeah.
Let's talk about Jamaica. Jamaica, yes, we can say maybe, but vutika waja kanti yao ni vutika maningi. Actually, music brings in a lot of money through tourism. Yeah, because of at the moment our politicians realize that, and even bantu bava ma school abakazi bakuti music ishta benefit bantu mu style yaso. They will put in they'll pump in money. Once they pump in the money, we won't be the same. We'll be able to compete on bigger stages, and that's bringing in a lot of money. And also our country will be at a level where it's not just one individual. You know, when we win as a musician, it's not just about you. Senegal, a lot of people pay much attention about Senegal because of Akon and Senegal soccer team. You know, so it's a lot. It's not just about an individual. It's a win for everybody else.
Absolutely. So if you big money people are watching this, you know, I mean, that's the plea. You know what I'm saying? I mean, be like a Kalandanya and, you know, put in the money. I mean, don't expect to make that money back right there, but you know, if you have got a heart to see this industry grow, that's what they need to do, because I think there's a lot of talent. There's a lot of talent you can tap into and, you know, put in money and push it forward. Then moving away from that, we were talking about the callback tune. I hate to mention names here because it could be damaging and I don't want to get into there, but I feel people in Zambia have been exploited, and for me that's very unfortunate. And
we have been exploited for some.
And the fact that, you know, there's nowhere else you can run to, so we have to deal with the fact that, you know what, that's the only thing that is there and we have to deal with it. If they don't give us the money then, or they don't give us the money that we feel we should be given, then we just, you know, stay back.
The problem again is the people, the artists themselves, because they allow anything, because they're in a hurry to making something. So if a person brings up something to you and tells you, Killa, I have 3,000 kwacha, don't rush to it. Ask somebody, okay, 3,000 kwacha, I didn't make a bunch. But because people want to just, they don't take it serious. That money, remember, one time, sometimes so make the money while you can. Realize your worth. Imagine Moses in Betimaka na chat singa ende ku show 5 pin singa end in a show nifunga naenda 15 pin. Wantu sembe stimo wa mati hiringa buno in a show nifunga naenda 10 pin, 30 pin, 50 pin. Sembe wa hiringa wantu. They would have no choice. People would succumb to that. But the people that will accept to go for a function, even for, you know, peanuts. So you can't really blame it on the people that provide the money. The bargaining in that thing for business.
That's true.
If somebody comes with a music collaboration or whatsoever deal to you, you know, it's a big company, corporate, they approach you for an advert and you tell them anything because you are scared they'll give it to another person.
That's where the problem is.
You lose.
Yeah. Tbwoy, man.
No, man. Thank you very much.
I would have continued, but there's so much to go.
Appreciate. When you called me, you know, I said I need to go there. You know, so we need to talk. Just in case
it's a conversation. Absolutely, it's a conversation.
Just in case people out there think me and you are enemies, we're not.
No, we've never been.
Sikupanga, not doing it for TV.
No, not at all, man. You're still my G.
Yeah, man.
Hey, man. Thanks a lot for coming through.
Appreciate. Nice.
All right, man.
Yeah.